Hello, everyone. How are you today? Hello, hello. How are you today? What's up? How do you feel today? Students from Duoc, how are you? How are you today? How do you feel today? Are you ready to speak in English? Are you ready to learn this beautiful language? Yes? No? How do you feel today? Tell me. How are you today? Fine? Good? Sleepy? Tired? Hello, hello. We are going to start today. We have to establish some rules, okay? Some rules, rules of this interaction. First, I need participation, okay? Every question you have, please write on the comments all the questions you have, all the questions. It doesn't matter if they are silly questions or stupid questions, it doesn't matter. Write all your questions. There is a person who is writing all your questions, and at the end of this video, all your questions will be answered. Okay? So let's start. First, second rule, we need your book. Okay? We need your book. If you don't have your book, you may find it online. Okay? You may find it online on the Biblioteca Duoc. Okay, you can find the book, the English book. Which book? This book. Okay, you need this book, the American English File. It's a purple one. Maybe you have it there. Look it for. Okay, that's the book. Now, first of all, I have some question for you. Question one: do you prefer summer or winter? You know what is summer? Do you prefer summer or winter? What do you prefer? Hot weather, very sunny, or do you prefer a winter? Do you prefer rain or cold? What do you prefer? Tell me. Tell me in your write on the comments. Write on the comments. What do you prefer? What do you prefer? Do you prefer winter or do you prefer summer? What do you prefer? In my case, I prefer winter. Yes, I prefer winter. Yes. I like summer, but I prefer winter. Second question for you. What do you prefer for your breakfast in the morning? Do you prefer coffee or tea? Tell me. Do you prefer coffee or tea? What do you prefer? Tell me. Write in the comments. What do you prefer? Do you prefer coffee or tea? We are going to make a lot of questions today. Make a lot of questions. We are going to practice a lot how to create questions. This is the objective of this class, to work on questions. Okay? So the idea is that you repeat in your mind the questions, the structures. Do you? What do you? Where do you? All these questions in English, you have to repeat. Okay, repeat with me. You have to practice in your mind. So tell me, what do you prefer, tea or coffee? In my opinion, I prefer coffee. Yes, I prefer coffee. So these questions, um, are part of this structure I am telling you. Do you, for example, for closed question, what are the closed questions? Questions in which you have to answer yes or no. Okay? So, for example, do you like summer? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do you like tea? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. And you have open questions. For example, what do you prefer? What do you like? So it's an open question. You can answer different things. Okay? So this is what we're going to work today. Now I have a question for you. Do you know Ushuaia? Ushuaia. Ushuaia. What is Ushuaia? What is Ushuaia? You have USH, USH, UAIA. It's a difficult word. Is it a difficult word? Ushuaia. Do you know Ushuaia? What is Ushuaia for you? Food? Something to drink? A place? A city? What is Ushuaia for you? Have you read about Ushuaia? Do you know Ushuaia? I mean, what is Ushuaia? Okay, as most of you maybe read about Ushuaia. Ushuaia is a city. It's a city, and you can find a text about Ushuaia in your book. In your book, yes, you go to your book. You go to the unit 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7A. Here you have Ushuaia. Ushuaia. So that is a picture of Ushuaia. There you have. That is a picture of Ushuaia. So you see this picture, and you say, for example, is Ushuaia, what do you think? Is Ushuaia big? Is Ushuaia big? What do you think? Is Ushuaia a big city? Or is Ushuaia a small city? What do you think? Is Ushuaia a Santiago, for example? Or Ushuaia is a small city? What do you think? Tell me, write in the comments. What do you think Ushuaia is? Is Ushuaia big or is small city? What do you think? So, very good. Ushuaia is a small city, okay? Ushuaia is a small city. Ushuaia's population is the population of Ushuaia, the population is only 65,000 people. That's the population of Ushuaia. That's the population of Ushuaia. Do you know what is the population of your city? What is the population of your city, for example? What is the population of Melipilla? Or what is the population of El Monte? It's the number of people. How many people are there in your city? That's the population. Population, yes. What is the population of Santiago, for example? What is the population of your city? Tell me. Write in the comments. What is the population? What is the population? Ushuaia's population is 65,000. Okay? 65,000. Thousand. You have to pronounce this thousand. 65,000. what is the population of your city? What is the population of El Monte, Santiago, Estación Central? What is that? What is the population of these cities? Very good. Excellent. So let's continue. We have we have made many questions here. We have asked, what do you prefer? Do you like? Do you prefer? What is the population? We have made many questions. I recommend you something. Take notes of these questions. Okay? Take notes. Take notes of this question. Write this question, and then you will have an extra point. Okay, so let's continue. Let's go to this book. So this is Ushuaia. As you can see, it's very, very, very small. Yes, and it's very cold too. Yes, it's very cold. Let's read about Ushuaia. I am very interested about this. So Ushuaia. Ushuaia is a city of 65,000 people. Also, as I told you, 65,000 people. It's very small. In the south of Argentina. Okay? Remember this pronunciation. South. South of Argentina. Okay? It's the same pronunciation here. Thousand. Thousand. South. Thousand. Mil. Yeah? Mil. And south. So, Ushuaia is a city of 65,000 people in the south of Argentina. The south of Argentina, okay? It is very close to Antarctica. And a lot of tourists, many tourists, go there from Ushuaia by boat. Okay? By boat. They take a boat to the Antarctica, okay? In the winter, it is light for only 6 hours. Imagine that. It is light for only 6 hours. So you can see the sun for only 6 hours. The sun is there, okay? In winter. Only 6 hours of light. But in the summer, yes, it is light for only 19 hours. So imagine the sun rises at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. It will be sunny, or you can see the light at 2 a.m. It's 19 hours of light. 19 hours of light. And people go to bed very late. So they go to bed like at 2 a.m. because it's dark. Okay? So let's read again. Please try to focus on the words and try to repeat with me the text. Okay? So Ushuaia is a city. That's it. Ushuaia is a city of 65,000 people in the south of Argentina. It is very close to Antarctica, and a lot of tourists go there from Ushuaia by boat. In the winter, it is light for only 6 hours. 6 hours of light. In the summer, it is light for 19 hours. And people go to bed very late. Very, very late. Okay? So, you read this information with me. Let's go to the questions. Vamos a las preguntas. Let's go to the question. So, questions. Hey, we have some questions here. For example, number 1. Do you like life in Ushuaia? Do you like life in Ushuaia? Do you prefer the summer or the winter? This is a very similar question I asked you at the beginning of this class. Do you prefer summer or the winter? Is the winter very cold? Do a lot of tourists come to Ushuaia? What do people do in the summer? So what are the activities in the summer? What can you do in the summer? What can you do in the summer? And what do people do in the winter? So what are these activities in the winter with only 6 hours of light? So, and then when do they usually come? When do they usually come? Do they come in winter? Do they come in summer? Do they come in September? Do they come in October? When? When do they usually come? So these questions are not for you. These questions are to Griselda Rodriguez. Okay? She is Griselda Rodriguez. She lives in Ushuaia. She lives in Ushuaia. Okay? She is from Ushuaia. She works for the Department of Tourist Information. Okay? So she lives in Ushuaia and she works in Ushuaia. So this first question, here you have a question. Do a lot of tourists come to Ushuaia? Do a lot of tourists come to Ushuaia? She answered, yes, they do. About 200,000 tourists a year visit our city. Very good. So here we have the first question and the first answer. Do a lot of tourists come to Ushuaia? Yes. Yes, they do. About 200,000 tourists a year visit our city. Very good. So, let's go to the number 2. The number 1 was very easy. Very easy. It was ready. Let's go to number 2. In the number 2, it says, we have tourists all year. We have tourists all year. But our high season is in the summer. But our high season is in the summer. So what is this question? What question is this? They say we have tourists all year, but our high season from October to March. People also come in the winter in July and August. So they are talking about time. Let's see, what question should I put there? What question is in the number 2? What do you think? Do you like life in Ushuaia? No. Do you prefer the summer or the winter? No, I don't think so. Is the winter very cold? Do a lot of tourists come to Ushuaia? What do people do in the summer? What do people do in the winter? And when do they usually come? Think. What question is in the number 2? Read the question. I give you a minute. Very good. So the question here is when. When. Remember when you ask when, you say when. When. That's the idea. When. So let's continue. So you ask when, and you say, for example, when do they usually come? In October, in March, in summer, in winter. When do they usually come? So this is the number 2. So this is the number 2. Let's go for the number 3. Number 3. So this one is, when do they usually come? When do they usually come? Let's say we can write here. When do they usually come? Very beautiful, very beautiful. When do they usually come? Excellent. So let's continue. It says, yes, it's cold. The temperature is usually about 1 degree. 1 degree. So it's very cold. Yes, it's cold. The temperature is usually 1 degree. So what is the question for that? What is the question? There you have some question. Do you like life in Ushuaia? No. This one is ready. This one is ready. This one is ready. Okay. What do people do in the winter? No, not activities. What do people do in the summer? No, not activities. Do you prefer the summer or the winter? No. That is one. Yes, this one. Is the winter very cold? Is the winter very cold? So let's say you say, yes, it's cold. The temperature is usually about 1 degree. So this one is here. So is the winter very cold? Question mark at the end. Don't forget the question mark. Question mark. Okay? You always, students, forget the question mark at the end. So is the winter very cold? Question mark. Question mark. Is the winter very cold? Yes, it's cold. Excellent. Let's continue. People do different activities. They ski and snowboard in the mountains. They go ice skating. They take boat trips and see birds. Okay, you see birds. So this is birds. They see birds, see lions and other animals. But some people just stay inside and watch TV, or play computer games. So what question is for this sentence, for this answer? I'm going to read again. People do different activities. They ski and snowboard in the mountains. Um, um, they go ice skating. They take boat trips and see birds, see lions and other animals. But some people just stay inside and watch TV or play computer games. What do you think? They're talking about activities, yes? So, what do you think? Okay, what activities or what do people do in the winter? What do you think? Or what do people do in the summer? Here you have two options. What activities or what do people do in the summer? Or what do people do in the winter? What do you think? The text talk about ski and snowboard. I think it's summer. It's summer. No, it's not summer. It's winter. It's winter. So this is the number 4. What do people do in the winter? Yes. What do people do in the winter? So this one is number 4. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. What do people do in winter? Question mark at the end. Question mark. Don't forget the question mark. So there you have number 5. We often go to some beautiful lakes. Beautiful lakes. Okay. What is a lake? A lake is a portion of water. Yes. This is a lake. Okay. Lake. This is a lake. So we often go to some beautiful lakes close to town. Some people play golf, go to museums, which, look at this word, museums, or walk in Tierra del Fuego National Park. Tourists go to Antarctica and see penguins. So, what is that question? This one. This one. What do people do in the summer? This one. What do people do in the summer? So they go to lakes, go to museums. That's what people do in. What do people do in summer? I'm going to write. Let's go. What do people, beautiful, do in summer? Double M. Summer. What do people do in summer? Excellent. So this one is very easy. She said, I prefer the summer. I prefer the summer. It is light 19 hours and we enjoy long days. I prefer the summer. Very easy. Very easy. So it's this one. Do you prefer the summer or the winter? So this is the number 6. And this is the number 7. That's it. So do you prefer the summer or the winter? And then you have, do you like life in Ushuaia? Let's see. I prefer the summer. Very good. So this one is, do you prefer summer or winter? And the last one is, yes, I do. Ushuaia is my hometown. Oh, your hometown. So it's a place where she was born. So, okay, she was born in Ushuaia. So that's why it's hometown. And I love my life here. Repeat. And I love my life here. Yes? I love my life here. Excellent. So, yes, I do. Ushuaia is my hometown. So the question is, do you? Do you like life in Ushuaia? Do you like life in Ushuaia? Congratulations, very good. You finished this activity. You could catch all the questions and put them in the correct place. Excellent. Very good. Very, very good. Excellent. I'm very proud of you. So, let's say this. We're going to practice about grammar. Grammar. So the idea of grammar is to see what you have to do. Okay? This is the word order in question. Okay? So as you can see, you have some question here. For example, question with be. Okay? Question with be here. When you start with, for example, are, is, and you say, for example, are they American? Okay, this is a question, a closed question. Or for example, what time is it? It's that open question. Give me a moment. Okay, so there you have questions with speak live, etc. For example, a question with speak live, etc. There you have again closed question. For example, do you remember this in your mind? Every time you want to ask a yes no question, think about do you watch TV? Do you listen to music? Do you read the newspaper? Do you speak Italian? Do you want to go? Do you live near here? Do you remember do you to create questions, okay? To create questions, closed questions. Closed questions are yes, no question. But remember to use these words where, what music, sorry, when and how to create open question. For example, what time is it? You cannot say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, no. What time is it? Okay, it's 6:30. Or where do you live? I live in Melbourne. Or uh, how do you spell your last name? How do you spell your name? Or for example, when? When? Remember the when? 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 When do you come? When do you arrive? Okay. So, what music do you like? What music do you like? I'm giving you many questions to practice. Okay, practice. Remember, take notes. Repeat, repeat. What music do you like? Where do you live? Okay. Now, let's continue. So, I want to do this activity with you, and now I want to show you something. I want to show you something. Give me a moment. Um, where can you practice this? Where can you practice? Teacher, I want to practice the unit 7. Where can I practice this? Very easy. Very easy. Go to Ava. Okay, so practice in Ava. Go here and click here. File 7. File 7 here. On the left side, you have a button that says File 7. Because you want to practice. Yes? So go to File 7. You are here. And here you have a tutorial, woman, and finally you have a test to practice. This one is very convenient for you, very good. So I want you to go to this section now. Yes? Find where it is. Find where it is and see that you can practice. Here you have a warmer. Yes? You have 3 activities to practice. You have 3 activities to practice. See? You have some exercise. What's the question? So you have the objectives of this. This is a very good material to practice, student. Yes? So for example, put the words in the correct order to make the question. What? This is an activity to you have to put these words here, take them, yes, to create questions. This is a very good material, students. Go to Ava, go to File 7, practice. You have a lot of activities. For example, okay, when is your birthday? You have a lot of activities here, a lot of things to do. So when is your birthday, for example? Here you have a lot of activities. Okay, so but that is your homework. That is your homework. You have to go to AVA and click on the file 7 and click on the file 7 um, in these activities. Okay, so let's go back to the book. Here we have the book. Here you have the book. So, as I told you, you have the word order. This is the word order. This is the important. How to create questions in your mind. For example, when you want to talk about word order in questions. Here, let me show you this. Wait a moment. Here. Here, for example, you have a question here. Are they American? So you have to put the verb here, then a subject, a person. Okay, you say a subject, you say a person. Okay, so you put a verb. This is in this case, it's the verb to be. Am, is, or are. Am, is, are. The verb to be. Then you put a subject and then a complement. That's all. Are they American? Are you happy? Are you listening to me? Are you Francisco? Are you Javiera? Are you Chilean? These are close questions with the verb to be, okay? Close questions. For example, in this case, you have is. Is this your coat? Is this your marker? Is this your room? Is this your room? Yes, it's your room. It's your virtual room. Now, for example, then you have open question. For example, how old are you? I am 28. How old are you? I am asking for your age. How old are you? Okay. Here you have a question. A question. Then you have a how old or what time. Okay. These are open questions. These are open questions. Not yes, no question. Not closed question. Open question. But it's the same. You have to put a question word. A question word. Aquí me voy a salir un poco. Question words to be used, no se compliquen. Question words son todas las palabras que ustedes, piénsenlo así, como las palabras preguntonas. Las palabras copuchentas son el qué, el cuál, dónde, quién, cómo. Esos son los question words, ¿ya? Pero dejémoslo así entre nos como las palabras preguntonas, palabras copuchentas, ¿ya? Estas palabras copuchentas o de question words, sí, son estas que están acá. This one. Where, what, when, how. Faltan, ¿cierto? Falta el por qué. So you have to write, for example, why. Why. Okay? All these are the question words. Question words. O palabras preguntonas, copuchentas. These question words always go at the beginning. So the first thing is the question word. Question word. So here you have, for example, where. Okay, this is the first. Then you have to use an auxiliary. An auxiliary, it can be an are, do, does. For now, okay, for now. So first question word. Where? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Are you lost? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where do, now you have to write a subject, okay? Subject, the same. A question word, auxiliary, subject, a person. Where do you What do we have now? What do we need? We need a verb. Okay, we need a verb now. For example, the verb go. Where do you go? Where do you go? Okay. Now, where does, here in this case you have to use he or she or it. And you can say the same thing. Where does he go? Where does he go? Okay? So, where first, question word. Again, question word. Then auxiliary. Auxiliary, okay? Then subject and then verb. It's always the same, okay? Question word, auxiliary, subject, verb. It's always the same. I'm going to explain you one more time. So you have question plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb. This is your formula, okay? So try this. Question word. Write one. For example, what? Okay? What? Auxiliary. Where do you? Where do? What? Sorry. What do? What do you? Subject. What do you? Verb. Prefer. What do you prefer? And don't forget the question mark at the end. What do you prefer? Create question. Come on, create questions. Create question with this formula. Question, auxiliary, subject, verb. Question, auxiliary, subject, verb. Practice that in your mind. Question, auxiliary, subject, verb. What do you prefer? What do you prefer? Let's change. Question. Sorry. Where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you go? It's the same. Question, auxiliary, subject, verb. Question, auxiliary, subject, verb. Question, auxiliary, subject, verb. It's always the same. Okay? Next. Now, a closed question. I'm going to ask a closed question. But pay attention. Closed question, skip this. No question word. Okay? So, closed question is you start with the auxiliary. Do you like coffee? Okay, this is a closed question. Why? Why is that a closed question? Because you only have to say yes or no. So, do you like coffee? Yes or no? Okay? Okay, students, I hope you have learned a lot about this class. I'm going to give you a homework, okay? Two homework. So, the first one is to visit this, okay? This is your AVA. This is very important. Go to AVA, focus on these activities, on this exercise. It's very important for you to go to this part of this left side of this book, and it says file 7. File 7. Go to this part, file 7. Yes, and then you have a tutorial, you have a warmer, and you have a test. So this test is very useful to practice. Okay, so you have a test. Second homework, and we're going to start with this maybe the next class. Please work on this page. Work on this page. Okay, work on page 105. 105. Now I want to read some questions. Okay, so about this, I'm going to go to the transmission here. Okay, excellent. So now we are going to answer some questions. I would like to read some questions. Remember to do this homework, okay? This homework is page 105. This is the page. I'm going to write it down here. Okay, this is homework. Okay. So, is there a question? So you can answer some question. Hello, Luis. Welcome. Welcome, Luis. Guido. Yes, Guido. Maybe you can say, what does she do? Okay, what does she do? What does she do? That's the question. What does she do? Very good, Guido. Very good, Guido. Nice participation. So let's summarize. What did we do today? First, we read about Ushuaia. Yes? Ushuaia. What is Ushuaia? You can eat Ushuaia? You can drink Ushuaia? No. Ushuaia is a city. Okay, Ushuaia is a city. But where is this city? Where is this city? Is this city in Chile? No. Ushuaia is a city. It's a very big city. No. Ushuaia is very small. And it's very cold. Very, very cold. Ushuaia is in the south of Argentina. Okay? Ushuaia is very touristic. Many people go to Ushuaia. Would you like to visit Ushuaia? Maybe you can go this summer or next summer, maybe. But Ushuaia um, is in the south of Argentina. Okay? So, do you like Ushuaia? Is Ushuaia big? Is Ushuaia hot? Or is Ushuaia cold? What activities or what do people do in summer? What activities do people what do people do in winter? Okay, I gave you too many questions and I want you these questions back. Quiero estas preguntas de vuelta. So, write a question on this comment section. Please write a question, any question. Write a question about this class. It can be about Ushuaia, it can be a personal question, it can be a question from the book. The idea is to write a question. I want to read all your questions now. For example, I'm going to write one question, and you have to write a question. Please, write a question. Quiero mis preguntas de vuelta. Ya se las di, ya le di muchas preguntas. Quiero mis preguntas ahora. Escriba una pregunta. Quiero ver si vamos a poder hacerla. It can be a question about the book, Ushuaia, a personal question, whatever. Please, ask a question. I am... Give me your question. Come on. I'm going to raise this. So give me questions. Give me questions. Now questions? Questions, question. Write a question. Write a question. Write a question, write a question. Cualquier pregunta, come on. Any question, write a question. It can be an open question, a closed question. Come on. Question, question, questions. Very good. Very good, Fer. Is Ushuaia in Chile? Excellent. Good. More question, more. Quiero mis preguntas de vuelta, ya les di muchas. Ahora quiero yo leerlos a ustedes. Vamos, give me your questions. Good question. Good question, Guido. It will be very expensive to go to Ushuaia. I think yes. I think that yes. It's very touristic, so I think it's very expensive. Go on. My questions. I want my questions back. Quiero mis preguntas. I want my questions. Come on, come on. Good question. Is Ushuaia in Chile? Very good. No, it isn't. It's in Argentina. Okay, students, I think that's all for this class. I hope you like it. Do you like Ushuaia? Very good. Very good. ¿Cómo preguntarían a ver si tú prefieres el invierno o verano? La primera pregunta que les hice, cuando partí esta clase, ¿cómo la escribirían? Quiero saber si tú prefieres el verano o el invierno. Recuerden que eso lo vimos al principio. Ya chicos, the people who Ushuaia will be friendly. Excellent, very good. Chicos, los dejo invitados para las próximas clases. La próxima sesión vamos a trabajar otra unidad, un tema de la unidad 8. Hoy día trabajamos un tema de la unidad 7. Le doy muchas gracias por conectarse, de verdad. Este es un proyecto que estamos haciendo, así que muchas gracias por la participación, muchas gracias por estar conectados, por sus comentarios. De verdad, los dejamos invitados para la próxima. Por favor, Duoc Speak, suscríbanse al canal también para que les llegue la notificación de cuando comencemos las clases. Así van a tener avisado inmediatamente cuándo y cómo y dónde y where y when y how vamos a hacer las clases. ¿Ok, students? Espero que les haya gustado. Muchas gracias. Que estén muy bien. Goodbye. Comment. Sí, dejen comentarios. ¿Cómo les pareció la clase? ¿Cómo lo encontraron? Así que, very good. Thank you. Bye bye.